This video will cover the to-do task. To-do task is create the task, read, update, and delete. The four things will perform using the REST API with MVVM architecture to provide the state management using the DO package. We'll call the REST API. This video cover everything. First, create a task. For the task creation, what is the required field? So those APIs related this operation, those APIs are available. This is my Postman collection. In this Postman collection, this is a add task. The add task post method and the body, inside the body, title, description, due date, priority, and created by. So this created by either again another JSON. So who is created? The name of the created by and name of the created by email. So here title is a text field. So we need to collect this information from the user, and use help of this API will create a task. So title, this is a payload to for create the task. Title, description is a text field, and due date is a calendar. I'm going to select the date from the calendar, and the priority is low priority, high priority, and medium. This will for this select I will create a drop down for the priority and come to the created by. This is email and name, again the text fields. Okay, so this is the task screen. For the task is this is a screen. In this screen, in this screen, this is one text field. This is description. This is a title and description. This is a description. So another for the uh, due date, we'll place the one calendar here, calendar icon. When I click on the calendar icon, it pop up the calendar, and this is a priority. I will create a drop down for this, and other one is who is created name, and other one is email ID, and finally this is submit button. Okay, so this is the create a task form. In this form, 1 2 3 4 5 6 fields is there. Okay, so title, description, due date, drop down for the priority, high, low, medium, and name and email for the who is created uh, the task, and name of the created, and created by, and name of the created by email. So this is a created task form. This form will create when I click on the submit button. Will call the API. That API is available in the Postman. Help of this Postman, we can easily identify what is the payload, what is the method, what is the HTTP method. This is a post method. Up to here the base URL, and this is the endpoint of this one. So this local host, it will change to base URL. I will use the base URL. We have that a base URL. Using the base URL, we'll call this API and save this information in the database. Okay, this is a create task. After create the task, we'll call the API. So you can see here This is a response is coming from the server. Okay, so this is a message to do created successfully. Okay, okay, this is one task. Okay, another one is get all to do. Okay, help of this API is give get all tasks. Okay, and this is update task and delete. So you can see here in this example, I'm going to cover the post HTTP method, get HTTP method, put and delete. Okay, already we discussed it, right? The HTTP methods. Okay, so most of the we are using the get and post till now, and now today we're going to learn the how to use the put and delete also. Okay, so this is a simple task list. This is about task. After creating the task, this is another screen for the list of the task. Okay, use the get all task list and fetch from the API. After fetch the information will display on the screen. Okay, in that each task, okay, will add two buttons. One is for the edit the task, one is for the delete the task. Clear? So first we create the task, and second we read the task, and third one update the task, and fourth one delete the task. We'll perform the CRUD operations, right? Create, read, update, delete. Okay, help of the REST APIs. Next, what is the next one? Okay, so which architecture I'm going to follow? MVVM pattern. Okay, as per our requirement, only one feature. What is the feature? To do task is a feature. So based on the MVVM pattern, I'm going to divide the, I'm going to separate the code. Okay, where is the business logic, where is the view, and where is the API call. Clear? Model. What is the help of the using the help of the provider? This is a state management. Okay, so you know set state, that is the low level approach. Instead of the set state, we are using the provider. Okay, set state or same task we can do with the set state also, but I suggest the use the provider as a state management. Help of the provider will call the UI. We notify the UI. It's when the state is changes. Clear? And for next one is REST API using the DO package. So we have the two packages majorly HTTP or DO. So in this example, I will use the DO package. Help of the DO package will perform the our REST APIs. How many APIs is there? Four APIs, right? One is a create, one is a update, one is a get, one is a delete. Hope it's clear, everyone. Oh, this is a title of the what we are going to do. Hope everyone is clear with the title. Okay. Create a project, open the terminal. My terminal is pointing to main directory. Now I'm moving to desktop. So my cursor is pointing to desktop. Inside the desktop have the list of files. Now we can see all the list of folders here. In this, in this CD space, projects is a folder is there, right? So projects, I think, right? Projects. Now my cursor is pointing to the projects folder. Now we can use the ls command to find out the how many folders. This is one, this is one, this is one, right? So now I'm going to create a project inside the projects folder. So command is to create a project is Flutter create. The project name is to do task, uh, to do task MVVM underscore underscore REST API. Clear? In the future, we'll use the instead of the REST API, we'll use the Firebase and we'll use the local database. Okay, clear? And now I'll open the VS Code. Open the VS Code here, and this is my project. Go to the desktop and projects to do task. Just drag and drop onto the VS Code. I trust the author. Clear? So now you can observe the default folders is created by Flutter through the Flutter create command. Now in the README file, again again write the what we are going to do now. Okay. So majorly, what is the task is to do task. To do task with to do task CRUD will do. What is the C? Create, read, update, and delete with help of REST API. We'll do with the REST using the REST API. In the REST API, REST API save data in server. Okay, data in server, and plus in the MVVM pattern for architecture plus the provider as a state management, and plus in the DO package, using the DO package to call the API. This is our agenda of the this project. So MVVM is the model view model. Based on that, I will create a folder. Inside the lib, I'm going to create a features. Now we have the one feature, that is the to do tasks. I create a folder inside the lib. Please listen. Inside the lib, click on here. This is the arrow is down. That meaning is next to what you are creating the folder, that folder is add inside the feature. Okay. And again, right click on this, create a new folder, and that folder is called to do task. This is our feature. Inside the feature, again create a three folders. Okay, one is a view folder. Yeah, it's created wrongly. Let me delete again. Okay, so again I will repeat again. Okay, in the future, create a folder to do task, and inside the to do task. Yeah, it's created inside. Why it's not create inside? Let me create a folder, but again it's create insidely. 1 second. Yeah, this is a feature, right? This is a to do task. Okay. 1 second. Let me create a view. That will I'll move to the to view. 1 second. 1 second. We created a task. In the task list, we created a model and a view and a view model. Inside the view, I will create a to do task model dot and come to the view to do task view dot. Come to the view model to do task view model to do task view model dot dot. The three files is created, and inside the three files there is empty file. Inside the empty file, I need to write some code. Class to do task model extends change notify. This is a view model, right? Extends change notifier. Okay, this is a to do task view model. Come to the view stateful exec. So import the material. So and now task. Okay, class to do task model. Okay, inside the model, what is the fields? Okay, string, task name, task description, status. Okay, description. Yeah, title. Yeah. So where is that task? Yeah, title. Task title, task description, and the due date of the task. Due date and priority, right? Priority of the task. And next created by string by name, created by email. Yeah, okay, okay. So you want me like this? Okay, created by again class. Huh? Okay, let me create. Okay, class created by. So I will move these two into here. Okay, now, okay, now it's a created by. Is a class, right? Type is created by. Hope it's clear. So this is a to do task, right? Um, let's create a constructor also. Okay. Uh, this is a default constructor from JSON. Okay, what you are getting from the from JSON. So in the created by also, let's create from JSON. It's great. So now the title from JSON maybe get all to do. Let's say um, maybe it will come like this, right? Title same what you are passing there. The title description, due date, priority created by. So from the created by and email, name and email, right? Email, uh, name, right? Email and name. So this is easy for to read, I think, right? Yeah. From JSON is created next to JSON, right? This is 2 JSON. Clear? So this is if you call the 2 JSON, if you call the API, we'll use the 2 JSON. Hope is clear, everyone. The model, how I create a model based on the input, right? So here, this model will help for the create a task and retrieve the task also. Same. We can use the same thing. Let's see how can I use. Okay. Yeah. This is only one task. For retrieving may be different, but we'll use the to-do task model only. The list of to-do task model. Okay. Now we created a model and come to the view. We need to create a uh, screen. Before going to that, uh, what is the business logic? What you are going to perform the business logic is create, read, update, delete. We have to create a 4 method for that, right? So 4 method let's create here. Void create task. Okay, so this is one method. Okay, so it should be future wait because of we'll wait for the while creating the task. Hmm. So in the create task, what is the model we are using to create task? To do task, right? To do task model. This is a model. So we'll pass this to do task model is from the view. Okay, this model will help to create the task. We'll send the server and create a task. After create the task, we'll retrieve the again the task list. Clear? So this is way of creating the task and return future. For now, just use this one. Okay. So we are, if you want to return, we can return something else back. Okay. So if his task is created, for example, is a boolean, is a true or if is a success or failure, whatever the information we are retrieving here, will pass back. Okay. For now, let's create a future. Well, I will remove those things later. Okay. And one is update task and delete task and all the task list. Other this one. Okay. So get after creating the task, get all tasks. After get the task, update update the task. So for update the task, again we require this model, right? So we need to pass the next delete the task. So these are the business logic we are going to do. Okay, this should be in the view model. Okay, we are dividing everything and we're dividing everything. So view model is dividing and model also created. And what is the left here? View. Okay, we need to design the view for the create the task. Okay, and next one is before create the task screen, this view model I will use in the multi-provider. I need to define this into the multi-provider. Where can I use that one? In the main. Okay, so for now let's uncomment the links now. Go to the main dot. So for this we required the provider package, right? So for this provider package, I'll go to the pub.dev. This is a website and provider package. We require the provide package and do package also, right? Go to the installation and copy the command. Go to the terminal and use this one. Okay. So this package is added. And what is the other package we required? Do package for what? For API call. Let's use this do. Install the do. Okay, Flutter pub add do package. So now in the pubs.ml we can see the two packages added into the our code. Yes, we added the two packages, provider and do. Clear? And what next? And go to the main dot. This material app I need to render a wrap with multi provider. Okay, inside the multi provider is there. So change the notifier and here to do task screen, right? To do task view model, right? So we define this into the provider to do task view model and remove the code of the my home page and here in the home I remove this one. Okay, and create a routes for this. So only one screen now, right? So what the one screen is, we can put a like empty slash also and to do task view. I don't know which class name. Okay, so do okay. That's my mistake. I need to rename this to do, right? To do task. Let's rename this one. So if you remove here, rename here, automatically affect the below also. Clear? So now come here to do task view. Okay. And next one is initial route is this one for now. So task, create task route. This route I will load here. Okay. So in the main dot, the two parts is completed and come to the view. Okay. Now in the view, what is the required input field as per the screen? Name, description. Okay. So here the text field is repeated, right? So let's create a one reusable component. Exit. Go to the lib, create a widget. Inside the widget, I'll use the our existing text field. Already I created the input text field, the widget. So this widget I will reuse in the my code. Okay, go to the view and here first remove the container, scaffold, app bar, title, text, to do task. This is our title of the app bar. We can apply the background color also. Okay, and the color or a blue or whatever it is. You can use a custom blue gray kind of thing. And other important thing, center here in app bar. So this is a okay, sorry. This is a background for the scaffold. Okay, I want to apply inside the app bar. Clear? Clear? This property of the back app bar. And other important property, center title is true. I think if you run the project, the Android side, the title is comes to left side, and web also comes to left side of the screen. But this same without center title true, iOS defaultly display the title center of the screen, center of the app bar. But if you want to title center of the screen, center of the app bar, to call this property, center title equal to true. Clear? This is app bar property, and come to the body. So use the container and the child and the child as a column. Why column is all our widgets are aligned vertically. So, okay. So here, as per our requirement, we required how many text field? One, two, three, four, right? So for four, let's create a edit control here. Text edit controller, title controller, description controller, due date raw not required. Uh, yeah, for due date also I will create a text field, but it's only read only. I'll apply the read only property. Okay, just we'll give the some action on that. We'll add some action on the text field. Based on the action, we'll load the date. Okay, our next one is priority. For the priority, I will use the drop down, right? So here name controller, right? Created by name, right? Created by name controller. What next? Created by email controller. So we have this. Okay. And next one is, so here I'm not create any global variable for the priority. Those variable I will maintain in the V model. Okay, priority. So we have the priority list, right? So those priority list we need to load inside the screen, right? So in the above the to do task, I'm going to create a one list. Okay, in the list is contain the priorities. Okay, string. Okay, so priority list. These are our priority: high, low, medium. This array will load inside the drop down. Clear? High, low, and medium. So this is a data. So instead of creating this into the view, we created in the view model. We'll refer this task list and render on the drop down. Clear? Next one is due date. Also, we need to save, right? So we we have the text field. We can directly assign the due date, and or else we can get the date and we can assign one global variable in the variable in the view model. Come to the task view. Let's use the input text field. In text is enter title or title to do title, right? Enter the task title, right? Okay. The control is, what is the controller here? Untitled controller. So let's this into the it's not a global. Let's create this as a private. Use the underscore of every text field. Okay. So title controller like this, and we'll use description. We'll use for due date. We'll use for the created by. We'll use for the created by mail. Clear? So, but here we required due date only, read only field. Okay. I don't want any action on the text field. We have this, we have the property of text field, right? But we are not creating the reusable component. Let's create an reusable component, and input text field. I'm going to create one variable called the final and bool, and bool is read only, read only. This is a property. This property is optional, not required, right? Maybe this is only for the only particular text field. Okay. So default the read only property is, or the text field is a false. Okay. If we pass the read only, we'll assign the read only. Otherwise, it's assign the false value. But inbuilt is the read only. If you mouse over on that, what is the read only? False only. Okay. But we require the read only for the only due date, right? So where is the due date? Here due date or read only is a true. Why it's getting issue? Isn't defined. We defined, right? Is read only, right? Okay. Is read only. Yes. Clear? This is only read only. And this is the information. And what is the create task button, right? We need to create a task button. Create task button. This is our button. Okay. But all the widgets I want to render center of the screen. Main axis element and the cross axis element at center. Okay. Now how simply see this is a see I have used the five text fields, but the code is very less. You observe this. That is the magic of the reusable component. Clear? The all the code, what is that border and other everything is there in the reusable text field component here only, right? Here only. So instead of writing the all this one, just we are passing the property to the input text field. Read on. Okay. So that input now, how simple, looks also good, right? There is no complex screen design here. Okay. So just simply this is a all five text field is there, one button is there, right? So now next, what is the next here? When I click on the due date, when I click on the due date, I need to I need to load the date picker. Clear? the date. So this due date icon, I will load prefix of the prefix. I will add into the prefix. Clear? So here we have the prefix property, right? For the due date or for the text field, right? The prefix icon. Okay. The prefix icon, I'm going to pass the icon here. Okay, that is a widget. Okay, add inside the inkwell because of we want action also on that, right? Inkwell child, the icon is a calendar icon. Clear? On the tab, on tab, in the on tab, here I'm load the date picker. Clear? Here I'm load the date picker. So instead of here, I will move this code into the different method. So, okay. So here open or else select due date. Clear? So this code I will move here. This on tab I call the show date picker. Select, right? Select due date. Hope it's clear, everyone. See, in the text field, I load as a prefix icon, okay, as a calendar icon. When I click on the calendar, it'll open the one date picker. From the date, you can select the due date. Okay. So in the due date, you can observe here initial date, first date, and last date. Now observe this one. What is the initial date is the date is start from today. So keep in mind this is very important. You can observe here if you want to book an appointment for the doctor, the slot is available from the current date to few uh, uh, upcoming dates, not future. Sorry, future dates, right? Today date to future date. We can select the only that slot. If you want to book a ticket also, it's showing from the today date to this one. But task also right? Right. That's the one point. That's why we are passing the initial date is a now date, now current date, date time dot now, right? And if you want to select the date of birth, okay, now end date is today date. Okay. So if you want to select the birthday, we can't select the future date, right? We have to select the past date on. So here there are two things is there. Initial date, last date is there. The initial date today, last date is from today to 365 days. That's meaning you can select the date range between today to next year this day. That will we can increase. If we want to select the date of birth, okay, the initial date is from 1940 or 1991 to today date. This last date is today date. Now you got it right. What is the observation? What is the difference between initial date and last date? Clear? Okay. Now this is the first date. Uh, okay, these are the mandatory. Okay. When I click on the any date, that value is coming from the date picker, right? Directly assigned to this text field. Clear? Here we can format the text also. You want you I the date format. You can change the date format here also. We can change the visible date. We can display based on the date format. Till now it's clear. What is the next step? Drop down. Clear? So from the drop down, we need to select the priority of the task. Right? So now let's create a separate for the select priority drop down. Now you can see we have the default drop down button is there. Okay, the initial value this one. We can change this initial value also. This value I will get it from the view model. Keep in mind this is very important and This is very, very important. What I'm trying to explain here, that's very important. Now I'm going to select the drop down. Here, you can see here, this is a drop down arrow. This is a value. What is the initial value of the drop down? Or else after select the drop down, that value you have to update here. Okay. And next one is, these are the items. You can see, right? High, medium, and low. But this array already we have, right? We can get it from the view model. For this, we need to get a view model object here. Okay. So this is a drop down. This drop down I'll call before after the due date. Clear? That priority drop down, but this value and this value I need to get it from the provider, right? The view model. That's view model. How can I access the view model here? How can I access? So this, I will render this inside the consumer, right? Because of the drop down we need to change. Once the data is changes, this drop down also need to change, right? I can render here, or else we can do like this. Okay, directly we can use here provider. Okay, so instead of writing here, I can pass the provider from the builder. Clear? Or else we can use the directly provider here. Okay, final. Okay, so to do task provider is provider of to do task, right? So its error is we have to import the to do task and as well as provider, right? Yes. Now lesson is I didn't pass the lesson false. But I need to render, right? After changing that, I need to get the value. Okay. Now in the provider, I'm going to, so already we have the list, but we need to get from the selected string, right? Selected priority. Initially string. Initially, sorry, initially high. This is a string. Okay. In the view, task provide to do task provider dot priority I can pass, right? So here is getting issue because of that is optional. Let's do now. What is issue? Okay, isn't it defined? Huh? Okay, selected priority, right? Selected priority. Clear? Initially, what is the selected priority? Initially, high priority. After changing that, it will change it to low priority or low or medium, whatever, based on the selection. Now, and here is string. We are passing the string, right? Instead of the array, we can directly pass the provider task provider priority list. Clear? These items, what you are going to load the item that is coming from the list, drop down list. Clear? Hope is clear. Now after this change, where is the action for this? This is on change, right? Here again I call the provider. What is the use of the provider here? The business logic I need to change here. What is the default select high priority? After data changes, that value again update to the value, right? So here again, uh, in the view model, I'm going to create another method called, okay, void change or select priority, right? This method will call from the drop down. Okay, this method we pass the priority, thus that priority it's updated line number 2, again it's notify the listener. Clear? So I didn't write any business logic in the view, just I'm writing a screen and just calling the action from the view to view model, right? Now go to the task view. Here I call the method. What is the method is to do task provider dot select priorities. Clear? So it's getting the value as a optional. Okay. I didn't use anywhere in the exclamation mark. Keep in mind. Just if it's not select anywhere anything that defaultly I will pass like I. Okay, which is a previous selected property is there, right? Task to do task the selected prior. That's it. Okay. If is in value is null, Default it's selected as selected priority. What is the selected priority? High it's selected. But I avoid the exclamator there. But 100% we get a value because we are selecting from the drop down. Right? So any doubts here? See, again I will repeat again, line by line. So in the selected drop down, I created a function. This function is returns the widget. This is a return, right? This is also widget. This is a drop down button. Okay, default drop down button. Okay, this drop down button will give the drop downs. For the drop down, what we required? What is the list? Which list I am going to drop down first? That list already defined in the view model. High, low, medium problem. Okay, and in the drop down, which is the default value? High. Okay, I select high. We can select empty also. Okay, so now this is the icon size of the drop down. You got it right. You can mouse over and this is icon. Drop down icon. We can change that also. We can change your customize also. Okay. So icon. This is default icon. Okay. This is provided by material icon. If you want to do the customization again, drag and drop the to the assets folder. We can use as a asset as a drop down. This is default icon. The material icon. It's some of the icons is available from the icon library of material, but but icon is different. Maybe that icon is not available in the icon material. We can download from the Figma and you can use those icon here. Clear? So icon size and elevation and style of this one and underline color on change items. Now we can see the items is this is the list array map. You know, right? Map, right? So it's looping the each item and return the one by one item value and child. So in the drop down, we can display one by one, right? As a list of it's kind of list view. That is this one. Clear? So now we successfully created the screen. Let's see. Now let me run this project. How the looks is coming. Let's see this. Okay. And next, run the project. Flutter run. I'm going to run on the Chrome. So D is device. Chrome. See, after run the project, this is my form, right? This is my create task form, but I need some gap left hand side. Where can I apply? Column wrap with the widget is a padding. So I need only for the left and right and use the symmetric horizontally some 20. Let's run again. We can see the output here, right? We got a gap, right? So this is the suffix. Oh, this is a prefix icon. We can change the suffix also. We have the two property of the text field, right? So here, instead of the prefix, you can apply the suffix icon also. Now we can see that icon is moved to the right side. Okay, clear? So now we have the form, task title, description, due date. So see, in the due date, see, I'm unable to enter the data because of that is a read only. Okay, so now only I can select from the here. After click on there, that value is placed here, right? Now we can see 1225 like this. So this value, what is the display value? We can change the as per our format. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Okay, that is a formatter is there. We can use that formatter also. Okay, and now this is a drop down. We have the three fields high, medium, and low. So based on the selection, it will change the medium to high, high into medium, low to high. Clear? And now this is task created by and created by email. We created a form successfully, and then what next? We collect the information from the form. This information I will pass to the API. Clear? Hope everyone is clear. Okay, next come to the code. Where is the action? Here is the action, right? Okay. So instead of writing the code here, I will create another method for submit tasks. Okay. Submit task details. Here, this method I will call here. Clear? Submit task details. Now here again we have the provider, right? Here listen false. Why? There is no render element is not there here. But here is listen true because of the drop down need to render again. Hope is clear. So that's why I'm not pass the listen false. But here while submitting, I don't want to listen the provider from the provider because just I'm submit the task. After retrieve the task again user give the chance to user to update another task also, or else we can navigate to the task list screen after the create the task. Clear? Okay, so here let me delete everything only. Okay, so this is our provider. First we need to create a payload, right? So okay, so instead of the payload, okay, we are not using any payload, but we are creating the object. We have the object, right? To do task object. Okay, so what is the model here? To do task model. This is a model, right? Inside the model, title, where it getting from? Title, control dot text, and description also. Why it's coming like this? Title is into defined, title. Oh, not view model, right? It's a wrong. Okay, that's why I didn't trust the auto suggestion. To do task model, right? Clear? Huh? Now it's clear. So title, description, and the due date also we are coming from. We are getting from there, and priority also there, and created by either again model class. Created by email, created by name. Now it's clear. We have the model, right? Now we are retrieving the data. We create a model object. This model will pass to the will pass to will pass to view model first. After that, we'll send this into the API. Clear? So we created a model here. I need to call the API for the create the task. Okay. So to do task and create a task. Okay. So this task model to do task model. Okay. This is also wrong. Huh? Let me rename the create a task. So to do task model, right? So this we are in this model, we can find retrieve all the title and subtitle, sorry, description, other information from the task list. Okay, so this is way of calling the API, or sorry, call the method to uh, the particular action. Okay, here after complete the task submitted, and we need to send back some information to the back, right? Okay, that information, what is information? Let me see. Okay, this is our information, right? So we get message and error. Okay, so instead of this information, I can retrieve only message and error, or else we can copy this one. We can copy this one. Okay, I will convert into the model class, right? This is a response to do task response. Task creates success response. Clear? Done, right? So in the model, this is a task model, right? Let me create another folder called to do task create response model, right? Response success model, right? Right. So now again go to the JSON to dot, JSON to JSON to dot. here and go here and paste this one. Okay. What is our do task response? Okay. This is response, right? So I'll copy this one. I'll go to the new folder. This is the model. Hope it's clear. This is the response. We are retrieve the response, right? So now whatever retrieve from the API, that API response will convert into this model class. From this model class, we are using, okay, in the alert box. So task title, we display the title. Task is created, the title. This task is created like this. Create, clear? Huh? Now in the API task view model, so here I'm sent back to the view as task to do task response. Clear? So now I need to call the API, right? So what is the API is there here? We have the all the APIs, right? Add task, get all to dos, update to do, and delete to do, right? So and the add task, I'm going to use the base URL. Okay. So all the URLs is there, right? To do get all the uh, server, this is a constant. I will create as a separate file. Okay. So instead of writing all the places, let's maintain in the separate file in the lib folder. I'm going to create a utilities folder inside the utilities and create a file called server constants dot file. Here I'll call the, okay, class, right? Class server constant. Here static base URL, create task, get task, all the endpoints. Let's, okay. So what is the base URL is? Just now I copied from here. Let's this is our base URL, right? So instead of this, I will use this is my base URL. And what is the create task URL? This is the base URL, right? So this is endpoint, right? So I'll copy this endpoint. I'll make into separate file and get all task for update task. So for update task, there is ID we are passing. So this is ID will send dynamically from the, now you got it right. So this ID, which task you are going to edit, that is ID. Okay, but endpoint I will put from the to update only. Okay, update slash only. Because of that ID, what you are passing 63FM, right? That is a task ID. Dynamically we can send to that URL base URL. Okay, this is update, right? And what is the delete also? Same. Delete also ID. Which task we are going to delete, that ID we are passing. Okay, delete. Now you can see add task. You got ID, right? This ID, task ID, is auto generated, automated is created. Based on this ID, we'll update the task, we delete the task. That's it, only two, right? So now get details of the task also. We can get a particular task details also we can get. Okay. So now we created a server constant file. I will make this video in two parts. This part I will cover only create task. Next part is other operations. Get, delete, update. If it possible, I will cover this part only. Get all task. Clear? Okay. Next, in the to do task, go to the view model here. Here we need to call the API, right? So now, first of all, get the URL. What is the URL? Server constant base URL plus base URL called create task. This is our base URL, right? And now final do object equal to do. Right? Now import this one. Import Why it's not importing? We added a package, right? But why it's not importing here? I did Flutter pubget also. Yeah. Why it's maybe sometimes it's not okay. So manual I need to import. Sometimes maybe it's not imported. That case we can directly write import the package name. Okay. So what is the package do you write? Now error gone, right? What is the next? Payload, right? Data. Okay. File final payload. Payload how can you get? Model dot to JSON. Clear? Huh? This to JSON will create the payload. Title, description, due date, priority created by. This is a created by, right? Now you can see the automatically it's create a body like this. Right? Huh? So instead of writing the payload equal to key maintain, that particular model is take care about to convert this data into the JSON. This JSON will use into the API. Okay, that's the main thing is the key should be same. Whatever using the two JSON, the key should be same. Whatever the key is then payload in the body, the payload and body keys should match. Okay, so now go to the task view model. We have the URL, we have the DO object, we have the URL. What is the next? Try catch, try catch, and come into the finally. Okay, so now here final response equal to await. Okay, DO object post URL. It's clear. So we need to make this okay. Clear. This is way of call the API with a post request with a payload and URL. It's clear. Clear. Now from this response we need to convert into the. We got a response, right? We have the JSON. Now using this response and convert into the model class. To okay. So now to do task response data we can convert like this, right? To do task response from JSON, right? In the from JSON, what you retrieve? Message we are retrieving, to do is retrieving, error is retrieving, right? This information. This is information response, right? This response, this response I convert into the model class. Already based on the JSON, I convert into the model class. Okay. But we have the response. We pass the this response to the that model class through the from JSON named constructor. In the from JSON named constructor convert pass the JSON response. That response is converted into the model class. We can directly we can retrieve the error, title, and message and to do from the object instead of writing manually response of like see. So no need to write like this like response to data response is there, right? So response data of error message like this. Clear? Huh? Like this. So directly we retrieve the response data that JSON. That JSON will move to the call to the from JSON as a named constructor that is convert into the model class. Now when it will call, when I need to do this one. Yes, if if response dot status code is 200 only, then call this response. Clear? Huh? So now I create a global variable called so final. So okay, this will I'm going to return this as a response data. Okay, clear? Huh? Clear. So if is are not getting the proper response, I'm going to pass the error. Something went wrong. Okay. So instead of this, I'm going to create a one small response like this. To do task response. What is the field? We can write like this. Manually we can do like this. Okay, error is there. Yes, true. Okay, so message something went wrong. Clear? Huh? So this value I'm passing if is a data is empty. So task is not created. Okay, so this is I'm passing back. So not required notify listener because so we are not to render the item, right? So format documentation. This only form. Hope everyone is clear with this. Any doubts till now? Okay. We retrieve the information from the to-do task form. That information will pass to the API. That API is create the task. We retrieve the information. If a task is success, this response will display on the pop-up. Okay. Now, where we call this API in the view, right? In the view, right? So here it should, I need to cast that information from there, right? Final result. Okay. Result equal to, I need to write await here because that is also asynchronous function, right? Yes. Async. So result maybe if condition. If is a result dot error. We have the error, right? If is error is false, this is wrong. If is error is true, that meaning is some error is there, right? If error is false, we clear all the information. The task text field predefined information is there. I need to clear that information. How can you clear? The text, or we can use a clear method. This clear is clear the data from the text field because of we need to enter the second task also. If you enter the second task, the first task data need to clear the information. Like this, I'm going to clear the name controller, description controller, date controller, title, like this. Clear? Huh? So not navigate, not required. If you want to create a new task, we can keep. We can place another button called show task. After task is created successfully, we can enter new task also, right? We can create a new task also. Okay, if you want to show the task list, I will create another button. In that button action, I will navigate to the next screen to display all the task list. Hope everyone is clear. Okay, next to do task and create. Okay, now if his error is there, I need to show the some message using the using using this. This scaffold. See, the stack bar is there. It will display in the below of the result dot message. So instead of alert, okay, this is a new thing, and snack bar means you can get it from the below small bar, right? Did you observe anywhere in our application? If you instead of the pop-up, and show the pop-up. It's in the snack bar. The below it's coming. Snack bar. Okay, that is called a snack bar with the what is a message? What is the error message? That error message we read here. Okay. Even after success also, even success also, we need to show the message, right? Success also. Same message are repeated again, right? Even error or success, we need to show the snack or message. But for error, we need to show the red mark, red color. For success, we can show with the green color, right? We can give that also. Snack bar has a property called, I think background color is there, or color is there, right? So snack bar, this is a, the color is there, right? Background color, right? So color dot green, right? Green for success, right? If it's a red color, that is a task is not created properly. Any doubts till now? With this, I will put a breakpoint. Through the breakpoint, we'll verify one by one line. Okay. So go to here. I will put a breakpoint here also, and here also, here also. Okay. So have the I put the three breakpoints and click on the run and debug. It's run on the 1 second. I want to change into the Chrome is the default browser. And I click on this now. My debugger is run on the Chrome. Clear? Huh? This is also important way the which ID which device is run on the application. Now my application run on the Chrome and click on the inspect to check the all the network tabs and other also. Okay, clear? And the console and the network. Now see task title is okay. What is the task title? Complete the MVVM task with provider. This is the task. Okay. So now we have the description. Okay. Same description I can use. If you want more information, we can write. Now is this text field is only one line code. For the description, we can change the max line, then number of lines properties, then text field. We can pass 3 to 4 automatically. The same code it will apply with a number of lines it will enter. This is the description. Now, what is the due date? I want to put the due date is tomorrow for complete this task and created by Mahesh. Okay, this is my this is information. Now we can check the when I click on the create button. Now see the breakpoint added, right? Now click on continue. Now come to the here. Now let me verify one by one. Okay, so up to here at base URL and the task is create. And now come to the payload. Now see the payload. So we can see the payload from here also. Okay, there. So we can the left side we can see the all the payload 5 items is there, or else we can mouse over on this. We can check the payload here also. Okay. Now in the payload, the created also 2 items is there. One is that one is the email and name. All data is correct. Clear? Huh? Now click on continue. It will call the API. Go to the network tab. Still is pending. Now we got a success. Right? Clear? Huh? See 200. This is my payload, right? And this is a preview. What is the preview? To do created successfully, and this is a response. We got a response, right? Clear? So now I can continue from here also. We got snack bar right in the below. To do created successfully, and data also cleared. You can observe that. Data also cleared. So this is a task creation with the help of the API.